This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, here we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Big up on yourself. Alright, my wonderful peeps. So, we have a couple of stories that we want to share this morning. I don't know how many persons are aware, but calls have been coming from around the region about Kieran Pollard's captaincy. So I'm going to be sharing what Nicholas Pooran has to say about that. Also going to be sharing, a couple of things that Jason Holler had to say in an interview about the team, and former West Indies fast bowler Andy Roberts is telling the coach and the captain exactly what they need to do with Chris Gayle. So I'm going to be sharing with those with you also, and all articles will be taken from the Sportsmax website. But before we go into any of that, my viewers and subscribers, just go right ahead and get that golden rule out of the way, which is to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and drop a comment. All right, so the first one that I want to share with you is where Pooran is backing Pollard as a captain. Now, at the top of the article, they have a quote from Pooran, and it says, he knows what he's doing. West Indies team has full confidence in the leadership of Captain Pollard, insists Pooran. Right? The article starts out by saying West Indies batsman Nicholas Pooran is adamant that the team completely trusts Captain Kieran Pollard and backs him to make the correct decisions in crucial World Cup clash against Bangladesh on Friday. I mean, this article was before the Bangladesh game. You understand? But the captaincy thing is still being debated. So, I have to share this with you guys. Now, they went on to say that outside of the poor run-off form, several batsmen, the team's leadership and decision-making have also come under the spotlight in recent days. Now, both Captain Pollard's and Coach Phil Simmons have faced scrutiny after a batting lineup change against South Africa in the second match backfired and seemed to be far more disruptive than beneficial. So, people actually calling out all of those sort of things, those decisions that were made. But I think after the win, after the game, after the Bangladesh win, a lot of persons probably going to tone it down, while some people are saying that the only reason the team won was because Pollard was off the field. I won't go that far, and I won't go that far at all, my viewers or subscribers. No, they say inside the dressing room, however, Pooran, the vice captain, insists that there are no doubts regarding decision taken by the team's leader. Pooran is quoted as saying, "We have a wonderful captain. He knows what he's doing, and the members of the team are in full support." Right? Pooran also said, whatever he says goes, and we back him to make some really good decisions for us in the games. Right? So that is Pooran talking about his captain, Kieran Pollard, being able to make the right decisions and, saying that they back him 100%. Doesn't really matter what's happening, they back his decision. Right? So you guys know my thoughts on Pollard already. When it comes on to Pollard, based on the squad that they have there, I know that Bravo is the best captain in the squad. But Pollard is a captain, and I have him high. I rank him highly as a captain in the region too. So Bravo is not going to get it based on past things. So based on that squad now, Pollard is the best man to lead it. Right, so that is basically what Pooran had to say about Pollard. So let's quickly move on to the next story now, my viewers and subscribers. We see where former West Indies pace bowler Andy Roberts is talking about Chris Gayle, and I think he had this to say after the first couple of games when they had Gayle at 3 and 4. Now the article starts off by saying, use Gayle at the top of the order. Not all over. Well, use him at the top of the order or not at all is what former pace bowler Andy Roberts is saying. Right? The article starts off and says former West Indies fast bowler Andy Roberts insists that based on his strengths and weaknesses under pressure, batsman Christopher Henry Gayle should be picked for the team if batting, if only he's batting the batting at the top. So separate and apart from batting at the top, he should not be picked. Right? They go on to say the 42-year-old has typically opened for the Caribbean team, but has featured at number 3, right, in the last couple of years. And they spoke about the South Africa game and the England game, right? So they are saying, boy, it doesn't really make any sense. You have Gayle batting all over the place. No, Roberts is quoted, Andy is quoted as saying, if Chris is going to bat below number 3, then he has no right to be in the team, right? That is what Roberts is saying. And he was on the Mason and Guest show. He goes on to say, what is he going to do when you need to rotate the strike more as overs keep going, right? So he's saying that based on his strengths, he needs to bat at the top, because when it comes on to rotating the strike, you're not going to get anything from him. And we know that change would have gone. They would have used that change in the game against Bangladesh. So this article was published before, but with all of the games and thing, I didn't get a chance to cover it. Roberts also goes on to say, if you watch the last few games that he played, he tends to use up a lot of dot balls, and not just in the World Cup. That dates are back a while. So he's saying this is how Gayle has been playing, and this is how he will continue to play, because his game has changed. You understand? So the coach and the captain need to know that, well, if we're going to use him, then he needs to be at the top, either opening, or they could try him at number 3, but he's not effective any at all below that. So that is basically what the great pace bowler has to say. All right, moving on to the final story. Now, this Jason Holder interview was done, I think yesterday or a little after we had won the Bangladesh game, but I'm still gonna share it with you guys. So the article is entitled T20 World Cup. Jason Holder hoping for more jubilation after Windies stay alive. Right. So it starts by saying Jason Holder is hopeful West Indies can reproduce the jubilation he felt during the winning moment against Bangladesh in their final T20 World Cup Super 12 games. So going up against Sri Lanka and Australia, Jason Holder is saying that they really need to try and put in good performances so they can get back that same sort of feeling. Right. Holder is quoted as saying the last ball that Russell bowled, obviously 4 runs, 1 ball to bowl, the perfect Yorker, which was a ball, which was phenomenal. And so Holder is letting us know that 1 ball, 4 runs, it wasn't impossible for the batsman to get it. So went on to say a lot of jubilation went through my veins, especially, and then all the guys obviously played really well. Goes on to say, so yeah, that moment was the best moment for me. Let's hope the next 2 games we can feel similarly. So that is former captain Jason Holder letting us know that that is the sort of feeling that they want. That is the sort of performance that they want from the players. You understand? But we are still in with a shout, but it is much slimmer than before. If Sri Lanka was able to really deal with South Africa, and then we go up against Sri Lanka and beat them, and then beat Australia, things would have gone a bit better for us. England is already through, so we know there is only 1 spot remaining. So it's still left to be seen how things will go. But we're still supporting the team of viewers and subscribers. Still going to keep watching and see how things goes from here. We're going to leave this one right here for now, my viewers and subscribers. Sports to the bone. Keeping it informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm out.